Every year, the Michigan Association of Planning, the Michigan chapter of the American Planning Association, honors exceptional planning efforts and planning leaders through our annual Planning Awards program. MAP seeks nominations and vets them with an out-of-state jury and recognizes the winners at an annual awards ceremony. I'm Andrea Brown, Executive Director of the Michigan Association of Planning. Welcome to our 2022 Annual Planning Excellence Awards program. The MAP Planning Excellence Award program is modeled after the American Planning Association's award program and is designed as a non-competitive program to award planning excellence based on criteria met, regardless of submissions by other communities. Each project is evaluated on its own merits. The program allows for more than one project to be chosen in a category because, of course, planning excellence can be achieved in many different ways by different players in different communities all at the same time. In order to secure unbiased and objective review of the nominations submitted, MAP reaches out to another APA chapter to provide us with a jury of our peers, which reviews our annual nominations and selects the award winners. This year, the Massachusetts chapter APA agreed to review the nominations. We want to thank Brian Curry, Jennifer Kaplan, Jim Robbins, Lee Poulet, and Shane Trimble. The jurors spend many hours reviewing and evaluating the submissions and chose 5 plans or projects as award worthy. The Excellence Award for Implementation recognizes Macomb Township for their Macomb Town Center development. The Macomb Town Center, or MTC, is an emerging mixed-use development that aims to serve as a downtown. This plan started as a vision in the late 1990s. To achieve this vision, an ordinance focusing on architectural design, alternative housing, accessory dwelling units, walkability, and resiliency was adopted to guide development. To stimulate private development, Macomb Township built its Township Hall Recreation Center and a half-mile of major thoroughfare starting in 2001. Much of the private development can be attributed to new elected officials and a new planning team. Officials tasked the planners with 2 charges. 1, adjust the land use vision to respect housing, retailing, health, and other changes in the post-pandemic timeframe. And 2, to re-energize development in the MTC with real results in 5 years. Due to collaboration and renewed vigor, the MTC now has roughly 1,000 residential units either built or being built, and thousands more that are in the planning and engineering process. The MTC has shown real results with momentum continuing to grow. One letter of recommendation noted, as a significant landholder within Macomb Township, we recognize the difficulties that your community has in balancing the concerns of existing residents with the development pressures in a fast-growing community. Your planning team should be applauded for their efforts to actively engage the public through visioning sessions, public hearings, and stakeholder meetings. Their cohesive efforts have improved and strengthened the Macomb Township Master Plan.
Macomb Township would like to start by thanking the people and organizations that made this award possible. To the Michigan Association of Planning for facilitating the opportunity, to the Macomb Township elected and appointed officials for support, to township staff that provided priceless insight and a historical perspective and a clear vision forward. Nearly 3 decades ago, a vision for township was needed. The township had just gone from 6,500 people in 1970 to 21,000 people in 1980 to an estimate of 55,000 by 1998 and was still rapidly growing. A township of this size needed a downtown of sorts. In 1999, a study took place to help create a sense of place for the township with a strong vision. This vision encouraged and allowed for a mixture of housing and retail options deviating from the standard subdivision and strip center development of the time. This vision promoted social and physical health and a visual identity which remains valid today. It also included a form-based code to help shape development. In 2020, the township hired a new planning staff. Elected officials presented a challenge to the new planning team. Either show progress in town center in 5 years or abandon the idea. This timeline graphically shows how development of the vision has progressed as seen public investment was early on, with us stalling for well over a decade, followed by the surge in private investment activity and commitment today. Development started early on with public investment by building a new township hall in the first half mile of Broughton Road. The township added to the municipal complex in 2004 with the Parks and Recreation Building. Private development did not follow except for an ice arena in 2004, and Town Center South Phase 1 started in 2005, but only a few houses were built. Development began to stall, leading to the Great Recession. The result was a reduced level of interest for the vision. The form-based code was tweaked in an attempt to promote continued investment with little effect. No private investment followed until Pheasant Run broke ground on the first house in 2019. Fast forward to 2020, elected officials wanted to see development and asked a new planning staff and consultant to make the vision happen as a matter of priority. As shown on the timeline, residential development started in 2005 with the construction of a few homes in Town Center South Phase 1 and largely stalled until the first home construction in Pheasant Run began in 2019. As shown in this aerial, much of the Town Center area remained vacant and undeveloped. The development that did take place may have been sparse, but it set the groundwork for a look and feel that is now being carried forward. Starting in 2020, the planning team began public outreach for the new master plan. Several public engagement sessions were held to gather the needs and wants of all involved. These sessions also included meeting directly with landowners and developers in the town center. As this outreach was taking place, the north branch of the Clinton Macomb Public Library was built and opened in the fall of 2021. In 2020, Town Center South submitted plans for phases 2, 3, 4, and 5. Construction is anticipated to start in 2023. Town Center Village South also received plan approval. This development provides a very important entry and link to the municipal complex. The property has been cleared and Phase 1 construction is also expected to start in 2023. The approval of these plans will account for a significant portion of the town center being developed. In 2021, Pheasant Run received approval for Phase 2. Construction started in 2022. Additionally, Macomb Township made plans to relocate historic Town Hall, the town center area, to round out the civic center around the town square. A generous private donation helped foster this. The addition of Phase Run Phase 2 and Town Center South Phase 2 will provide the first north-south connection within the town center. Completing the municipal complex will provide the opportunity for even more public investment. The hope is that with each public investment project, momentum will continue and propel the vision even further forward. In 2022, initial plans for Scafo Farms and Unity Park at Town Center were revealed to Township. This work is anticipated for 2024 and 2025, if not sooner, as Scafo Farms has already cleared the land for development. The last two phases of Town Center Village South will also be planned during the same time period. These phases of development will create the first east-west connection within the Town Center district. The township understands there are still many hurdles to make sure that the development pattern continues, but optimism is abound in the community. Looking back at the timeline and a few missing pieces, it is expected another round of public investment may need to be made to complete Macomb Town Center. And while the initial challenge has been met, staff is as eager as ever to continue to cultivate Macomb. Macomb Township expresses thanks to the many people and companies involved in the vision, planning, and construction. First and foremost, thanks to the residents for continued support. Thanks to the elected staff and appointed boards and commissions. Thanks to the developers and landowners. And last but not least, thanks to Macomb Township staff and consultants. Thank you also to the Michigan Planning Association and the Massachusetts chapter for making this possible.
Jurors said, "It seems that some deep conversations, collaboration, and trust building were necessary to unlock the vision of these planning efforts." Congratulations to Macomb Township and Carlisle Wortman Associates. And thank you all for sharing with me the privilege of recognizing the amazing planning, design, and engagement work emerging from municipalities across our great state of Michigan. We have much to be proud of and a long legacy of high-quality, award-worthy planning. Congratulations to all of the award winners for their efforts. This program will be on MAP's website and will be included in our Planning Michigan 2022 conference materials.